I was going to see my cousins in Oregon. Usually I go down there every year to, visit them, for Christmas break and stuff like that. And, it's boarded the Amtrak, and I've took that train multiple times, so it was, was not really a big deal to me, and yeah.
What do you remember about what happened? Like, are those memories still in your head, or did you lose those?
I lost a couple, like about when the accident actually happened, but I still remember boarding. I still remember how late it was, it was like 30, 40 minutes late. And so I remember that thought process of like, is this train even coming? Like, is this, like, do I need to go? Do I need to call my mom to pick me up, take me back home? Or, I was at the point of figuring out, do I need to leave?
Right.
Yeah.
And then you do get on the train. It takes off. Things are probably seeming pretty normal in the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you remember the accident itself?
No, not at all. No, not really. No. The first thing I remember consciously waking up is a doctor like telling me about my injuries and what I sustained and stuff, and telling me I had a spinal cord injury. And I remember looking at him like, "What are you talking about? Like, what is a spinal?" I'm just 16 years old. Like, I really have no idea what a spinal cord injury is. So.
16. Yeah. All right. Well, tell me about those injuries. The spinal cord injury, how bad was it, and what other injuries did you sustain?
Yeah, so I sustained a lot. The spinal cord injury, it was incomplete, which I'm really blessed, and that's why I am able to walk to this day. But yeah, it took me a long time to, recover, like even get a little bit of movement. So it took a long time for that to heal a little bit. But yeah, other injuries, I had a broken rib, collapsed lung, I had like C. diff, pneumonia. It was just thing after thing. I think I punctured my left eye pretty bad, so I think there's a chance that I probably, like, they didn't know if my eye was gonna be able to see again. There was a lot going on, and my fever was up to like 104, 105, and yeah, I couldn't breathe on my own, and couldn't eat for a whole month, for like a couple weeks and stuff like that. So yeah, there was a lot going on.
Couldn't breathe and couldn't eat. Sounds like somebody who might not live.
Exactly, yeah.
When you look back, I mean, I don't know how often you look at the pictures of how you were when you were in the hospital, and you think about those injuries. How surprised or how grateful are you?
Yeah, I'm tremendously grateful, just seeing those pictures. I do look at those a lot because, I mean, it's crazy what life can take you. It's just so quickly too. Like, I was 16 going to high school, the next thing you know, and fighting for my life on a hospital bed, and my whole life just changed up just right there, just that quick, that morning. And, it's wild seeing where I started. I couldn't move anything from my neck down, not a single thing. And then to being where I'm at right now, I'm so incredibly blessed.
What did doctors tell you at the time about your chances of walking again?
I had multiple doctors tell me it was not possible.
That you would never walk?
Never walk, yeah, multiple. Like probably 4 doctors told me I probably wouldn't walk.
Did you believe them?
Oh, no, not a chance, no. Never, no, that was the biggest thing, is like, even when I couldn't walk and I didn't know what a spinal cord was, like, the full concept of how hard it was gonna recover, I still, I believed always in myself, even when there was times that, probably when I looked at someone and asked them like, am I gonna walk, to get that kind of like, first see if someone would believe in me too. Like, even when kind of like nobody believed in, if I would walk ever again, I still believed in myself, because, I just knew that I had to. There's no other option.
It sounds like you never really wavered. So where do you think that confidence and that strength came from?
I don't know.
It's just there?
It really is. Like, it's just like, I didn't know how hard it was going to be in the beginning. And it's just like, I knew just I was going to walk. Right when I heard he said you weren't going to walk, like in my head, I was like, that's not, like, you can't tell me what I can't do, So I know myself and how hard, like, when I dedicate something to something, and, I knew I was going to accomplish that. I had to,
Let's talk a little bit about making that journey then.
Yeah.
Like you said, you didn't know how hard it was going to be. How hard was it?
It was so hard.
Yeah.
Mentally, like, people take out the fact of like mentally too. Like, like I said, like, I wanted it so bad, like I stopped living, living. So I focused on that every single day. Like I stopped doing the regular high school, you know, like having a good time, you know, going out like with friends and stuff like that. Like I skipped all that just to focus on recovering, you know, and you know, it was good. Like I'm blessed to be where I'm at today, and that's what it took for me to get to this right now. But it also mentally, it took a big toll, especially when I was younger and I didn't process. I tell everyone this, I wish I took this injury a lot different than I did when I was younger.
What do you mean? How so?
Because I feel like like I said, I stopped living, you know, I focused just on recovering. Like that was my whole goal, was to recover. Like I didn't do anything fun. I didn't allow myself to have fun or enjoy myself when I was younger, when this happened, because I always thought about walking first. And if I didn't walk, I can't have fun if I didn't walk, you know. It was, I wish I took it differently, but you know, it's, to be honest, that's probably the reason why I'm walking right now. It's the reason I took it that route.
Yeah. But you could have maybe, like in hindsight, you look back and like, if you would have just let yourself be in a wheelchair, for example, and go out with buddies. Yeah. That maybe could have brought a new part, a happier part to that time of your life.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing too. That's why I started my social media too, is to, you know, another 16-year-old that, you know, just I could give that advice to, you know, live your life, you know, keep going. I mean, this is a part of your life and you want to recover, but you know, you still got to live your life, you know, there's a lot of life to live and a lot of life to see, so.